before I get started on climbing Legne, this is what the regular maps look like, and I wanted to give an example of how silly it's getting to explain why I'm climbing Legne. Ace Dog over there on the left side is climbing normally. Welcome to dinos in this game. They are very silly and make for some fantastic shortcuts. I could let Ace Dog finish, but we're not going to do that. Let's go over to the big mountain and try again. There was about a half an hour of attempts in the first video. This will be the second. I had 2 attempts. One was short-lived because I didn't understand that when I fell over, it would result in me going to the bottom. The second was an unfortunate scramble where I was in a generally safe position, but then just could not find the hold that I had just a moment ago. We're gonna head into explore mode, and we're just gonna run over here a little bit. So we want to go up there, up where the trees are. I think this is like about where Route 9 is, and I think is a fine place to start. I could also just jump into those bushy pits, but we'll have some variance. Okay, attempt 3 has gone poorly. Let's do that again for attempt 4. Yeah, so these are routes 1 through 9. I do not remember what they what the area is called. It might be attempt 5. Let's find out. Let's have a real conversation. It's Juliet. It's Parain de Juliet, but we're gonna stop failing to mount the wall and artificially increasing our failure. We are just gonna climb here instead. Put your hands on the wall. Don't fall over. Thank you. For some reason, mounting the wall in this game is the hardest part of the game, and I wish I was kidding. I'm aware that like mounting can be fairly difficult in real life climbing too, particularly bouldering. Part of like a puzzle might simply be how do you mount this thing? And the answer might be backwards, for example, like facing away from the wall or in some really uncomfortable position. Really? Are we doing this right now? I'm better than this, I promise. I am better than this. Maybe talking and playing is hard. Maybe I should have more respect for streamers who do this for a living. But, what was I talking about? I don't remember. Streaming for a living is hard. I'll say it. Congratulations to people who play video games for a living. You've gained more respect. Yeah, so I have a route in mind. After last time where I saw an area that I wanted to go to, but it was too far off to the right, we're going to get up this rock, which I thought was relatively trivial, but then I remembered I'm not allowed to fall, or I have to... Okay, there we go. Ugh, it's disgusting. I don't have a line. I clicked the follow the line button to find out where I'm meant to be going, and the answer is generally up, but this is not an official route. This is me climbing the rocks and finding out if it's a route or a way I can take. We are pioneering, potentially, though I do think this is a route that the developers intend you to climb. I think it's Route 8 that I've stumbled onto here. and moving up towards what would be the second level, Route 14, I'm going to say. Generally, the routes in this game are, on this particular route, at least or this particular rock of Legne, are low on the left side and high on the, and get higher as you go right. Okay, here we go. But remembering them, they don't have like super memorable names, and when they do have memorable names like Juliet, they're in French, which is obviously not my first and or second language. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it moving. With the degeneracy that I showed at the very beginning of this video, the ability to do dinos, everything's kind of gotten a bit silly within the like leaderboards community, the Discord community, where I'm generally about the second fastest person, and that's probably still true even with silly dinos. After our glorious Kiwi DK, who dominated leaderboards last season, and will probably do the same this season. However, with all the silly dinos, there's a lot of potential for people who just get good at that new mechanic to do some crazy things. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to head over to that right rock. And so I'm going to stop climbing up as much, and I'm going to start bouldering our way left. I can find holds that inspire confidence. Which is why, when I first tried, I started on Route 9, but I didn't want to get frustrated. I think I can literally let go and run down here, but we're gonna be adults and clamber our way over there instead, because I do not want to hit the release button and find out the hard way. Okay, I'm gonna get some flat ground. We can have a picnic. It'll be great. I was trying to take a peek earlier at between the time I'm recording this first video and the second video, and figure out what's considered the top. And I assume it's kind of similar to the bottom, where you can just kind of run around. But unfortunately, I beat a route. Okay, we're gonna stand up and we're gonna release. Cool, thank you. Okay, deep breaths. Okay, so what I want to climb is above me there. I want to kind of just be using that wall in particular. And generally you can see, like, I'm going to have my left hand on the facing wall, and then my right hand kind of perpendicular all the way up here is my intention and why I've come over here. How to get just past this first part is going to be curious, though. I'm not sure how, like, this rock isn't particularly steep, but I don't know how climbable it is. And I don't want to, like, I just get something that inspires. No, this doesn't. No. That looks better. There we go. Lean forward. Lean forward. Lean forward. Just get up there. Nope. I thought, because I'm dumb, I could release there. Okay, so maybe not that. I'm gonna go up this pit again. I think this pit is kind of free once I get into it. Other than it's kind of hard for visibility, but I mean I can literally just mash in here and it's not steep enough to make much of a challenge, which is probably why it's not one of the routes in the game, but I think is the fastest way to get up this portion and get back to that spot where I want to look around more. I saw a good grip. I will take it if you're going to give it to me, game. Please. This is also a real issue that I'm going to have to deal with this climb, is patience, which I've shown absolutely none after coming back for this video. And patience. Those are the two things I gotta have. It's patience and patience. Because at any moment, and usually the moments that feel quite safe, I can end up in a spot of real awkwardness, which is how I was having a decent climb in the first video, and I just was in a spot where I just like couldn't grab the hold that I saw, and it's always a little bit harder to like be very precise with the controller, but it's really no excuse. I do well enough in this game to be able to advertise that controller definitely works and you can climb successfully, climb fast. Uh, but like also just like these stupid falls when trying to get onto the wall. Maybe the secret here is actually just stop leaving the wall. Stop, like I just want to have four hands on the wall at all time, which isn't really like realistic in real climbing. You'd want to have these like ledges to sit on, uh, but or stand, like places just to take a real rest. Please stop. Thank you. But like moments like that are really scary when I've been doing this for a bit, and I just need to make sure. Really, it's my feet. Feet are going to be the big thing here that I need to do properly, because when I don't, come on. When I don't have my feet right, and then I reach for something, I'm gonna have the bar of failure is gonna drop down a lot quicker than if I am patient with my feet. I have a suspicion though, given how this video has gone so far, that a lot of my falls are gonna be precisely how they've already happened, where the higher I get up, the more conservative I'm gonna be. I did notice though, in my first attempt, oh goodness sake, just get off the wall. That by going slower, I was actually risking a lot. Because when I get into these awkward spots, the best thing you can do is quickly grab back onto the wall. Um, don't fall here, goodness sake. I just want to see if this is a decent surface. Not really. I mean, I can make it work probably, but I don't really have intention on making things work. This looks useful, but like, I mean, we can go along the path more, but that's my intention. Okay, let's try this. We'll push left here, decent here, lean into it, and push up. Nope, 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 don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't, don't reset, thank you. Like, I feel like that should be more green than it is, thank you. This just looks like one of the nasty bouldering problems that everybody's just been dying over, myself included. But I just want to get on the wall, and then we'll figure it out from there. I saw it earlier. Can I please have it? Mm. Yeah, this isn't a real idea, is it? Like, I'm just mucking about. Um, I don't know if it's like the type of rock or what. Like, is this just like a rock that has less holds? Is this always just going to be kind of bad? And is a complete folly to even like try and approach it? Because I can't like feel the texture, right? Nope. Could go back to known ground, which like I can see that that rock has lots of holes and stuff in it. But like how do I scoot over? Maybe climb, yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna climb up here, where it looks good. Jesus, please stop. And then try and scoot over. And if scooting over doesn't work because the rock is bad, I think we're like close enough to good rock on the left, like the same places I was climbing in the first video, that it won't be like a huge issue. I can probably be flexible. Okay, I need you to actually like push your weight up. I'm gonna say, nope, stop. New blade. Really? Oh, up, 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 up. I saw it. Give it to me. Give it. The wall is like a dog. Sometimes you just gotta ask it to give it, and it will sometimes listen. Actually, scratch that. The wall is like a cat. You can ask it nicely, and maybe it'll do it, but often it won't. Yeah, we're fine to stretch here because our foot's good, but it doesn't look like there's much up here. Like, it just looks so textured, but then everywhere I'm reaching is just not a hold. Okay. We can keep on trying to move this way, I guess, but I'm kind of not loving anything. It just feels way too exploratory, and while I might be able to climb it, it's like, am I gonna be able to do it first try, never seeing it without falling off? And I could just go do something I know I can do consistently, like get over to the entrance of Route 14. I mean, we're making progress. It's just not the direction I was hoping to go, other than up, which is the, I guess the answer I'm trying to go. But I was trying to head off to the right, head off to this rock, and instead, I think I have to really care about the texture of the rock, like the bumps and whatnot, because this rock I'm like reaching out anywhere, and it's just giving me grips. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure this rock is gonna be trash, the one that's right above me. Nope, 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 nope. I did not realize that my feet were that poor. That I had all of my weight on one, and I was lucky to snag where I was before. Yeah. Uh, it turns out free soloing is stressful as heck. Who knew? I think the answer was everybody, but I'll ponder it anyways. I don't know. This feels like a route that I've done before. And I think you can like go along this rock with decent amount of success. But oh, please. My head's stuck and I can't get my feet on the right place. The question is, when I reach the top of it, whatever it is, will there be progression? Is this taking me to a dead end? I do always appreciate these corner climbs. They are forgiving, I think is probably the best word. Because you can... Oh, nope. We're gonna just sit down until we figure out where we're actually going here. Okay. And this is why what is essentially route setting is hard, because I don't know. That looks like progression, but then can I have a slightly higher? Yeah, there we go. So I don't have to risk anything. Thank you. Are you anything? You're not. The well is drying up too. Like, nothing here is pretty. I could be in that crack over there, but I don't know if I can do that just coming across. Like, that's a healthy, but yeah, maybe we can. The don't know what our feet are truly on. Like, there's nothing I can see here that is inspiring that confidence, but seemingly at this height, we're able to and this is what I want to climb. I want to have this ridge. I wouldn't mind being in the thing, but we'll accept what is clearly going to be. I think that's pulling us up. Yeah, I think we can step over here. And we might reach actually familiar ground. This looks like the route with a much more long-winded way of getting here that I ended up on the first video. Yeah, hello, hello. Okay. Should be able to take like an actual breath myself here, because this is going to be a more comfortable climb, I think. But we've just been like what I think this game would call like like the red ones, basically. I haven't been in anything that's like been crazy difficult. There hasn't been a moment of like this is a crux or like this is the highest difficulty this game offers. Uh, but I've been like unnecessarily challenging myself by just not being in uh, a natural route. Okay. I'm gonna need you to like actually like put your feet on the thing that like clearly is helpful. Nope. Stand up. Just stand up. There you go. Like you can see this is nice to stand on, so just do it. Okay, so we've completely failed the previous mission of stand on, get into that like giant chimney. Um, but with my between video 1 and video 2 research, I didn't really see any routes placed there in the first place uh, in the game, which either means it's quite hard to climb, or if they're like realistic routes, maybe it's just hard to get to. Uh, I might also just be wrong on that. I did not look for too long, but maybe this is actually the way. Is just sticking off to this left, which is fine. Off to the left, like once you get to the top of the rock, it's more or less seems to be the same elevation. So it's not like shameful if we're just running uh 3 left routes. Just nice to kind of be ad-libbing it. This feels very familiar, as in I think I was on these rocks last time and then uh randomly fell about 5 minutes afterwards. So they're very friendly though. Like you can see where to grab, and when you grab, there's holds. So not a huge issue. Just quickly, I'm just gonna make sure I don't have people asking questions in chat, but also my wrist need a moment. Oh, do have viewers. Welcome. There we go. DK, I'm not that high up. You know that. Like, I can see the ground, so I can't be that high up. It was better. I don't know if you came in immediately. I literally just failed to mount like 3 times, so my death count is a fair bit higher than it should be. But this is, I think, just part of maybe Route 14 that I'm on, or like close to it, maybe Route 15 on the higher end. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. I think this is where I got awkward last time. Yeah, let's just keep on heading up towards those cracks and find out where the issue resides. Okay, I remember. Yeah, okay, this rock is the wrong color for like good holds, so maybe this is the rock that we want to be on, but we don't mind being between 2 types of rocks, because that means cracks. Put your foot on it, come on. Slow and steady. No rush. Some brush, thank you. Hello, hello. That's how I used to climb. When I was climbing this game originally, my strategy was to put my hand up as high in the air as my climber could reach and find out if there was a green like this. But there's a lot of like small skills in this game. One that I'm doing a ton right now is just looking at the game and like the cracks and going, I think that's probably going to have a good hold. And often I'm correct. Oh, it's this rock. We like this rock. These rocks are like absolutely free. Which a lot of it is experience, but like I know this is like the most climbable formation. Can I just do this forever? I do not mind. Like it's this is baby climbing wall rock. It's lovely. Because every like moment it has a crack is a moment of a nice big old green hold. And you can just put your hand over it and you're good. And it's lovely. This, honestly, you know what this is? This is a mid-wall dino. And I hate that I'm doing it, but like, what else am I supposed to do with this? Like, not do the dino? Oop. JK, we might be able to reach it. Yeah, we're just gonna reach it. We don't need to do a dino. It's a fun idea though. Just start getting dinos while God. Yeah, no, if, in real life this is just obscene free soloing, but like this is the difficulty that you want it to be if you're free soloing. You just want everything to be a hold. You want to just always have 3 limbs on the wall, no matter what you're doing. And you don't want to have to put your deal with your body weight like that if we could avoid it. We're not that far away from the place I like, but I think we're gonna step over here just to get this presumable. Not a real hold. That's also not a hold, but it's workable. Now it's a hold. Thank you. Yeah, this wall's still friendly enough, I think, just to climb it straight, but like, where am I going with it? Again, I'm just kind of like not near that, which looks fun. And I'm kind of in no man's land if the rock, please, thank you, goodness sake, runs out. So I don't know what I'm doing, in short. Yeah, I think we might have to descend, which is so scary. Oh, I know exactly where we are, because this is the same rock that I was looking at the whole time. I think we're gonna head down here. It just looks really safe, and like, I don't have to think much, but I have this weird premonition that this isn't gonna be the run, because I'm just like, I just don't know enough about what I'm climbing to like have a real route, and I'm just gonna end up in some awkward spots or just be on the wall too long. In climbing, I mean, like you can get really pumped, right? You just get tired on the wall, which if you're doing free soloing, you can't just say I give up, let's go home, because you still have to do the other half of the climb, the get down part. Would be really scary. For this, it's like it's not an issue of tiredness, though I do have a lack of patience. It's just an issue of the longer I'm on the wall, the more likely I just randomly like don't have a good grip and don't recover. Because I've gotten like quite good at recovering, but preferably if the climb had a good route and was going smoothly, that wouldn't matter. Recovery, like, I just wouldn't be in situations where I'd need to recover very often, if at all. Like here, like why is my stamina bar going down? Okay. I mean, this looks good until I get up to that like big old ridge, so we'll see. the big thing here is I keep on finding like decent feet. And yeah, here we go, and some real grips too. Saw the feet. Give it to me. Thank you. Don't. Can I do better, please? I mean, sure. We'll do that for now. Green feet, please. Thank you. Green. Whatever. Green feet, please. Thank you. I'll take that. It's just kind of arduous though. Like this isn't. This shouldn't be the crux. I don't think this is the part that's meant to be hard. But like, I'm having to work for it, and I'm not particularly happy that I'm having to work for it just yet. Because the area above me doesn't look as friendly, and I'm already like getting frustrated. Here we go. This spot I think warrants. Come on. I see these like pebbles over here, and I want to visit them because I think this is representative of really easy to climb rock again. I wish I had more terminology. I'm sure there's like a good word for what is probably like volcanic in nature, but I just don't know the geology well enough to give these holy rocks a name. Might be Swiss cheese. That might be what they call it in climbing because it sounds appropriate. That's incredibly climbable. If we can get up there, we're just gonna do that. I could probably dyno like every step of this if I didn't have to do if dying didn't matter, if falling off meant a minute of my time instead of half an hour of my time, we could probably just run up this wall as quickly as the mechanics of the game allow us to. Okay, we've found where the rendering didn't come in perfectly. So the way that these mountains were built is by a drone scanning the rocks, and all in all, they did a really good job. But there are some portions, most of them not en route, but obviously some are. That didn't look too far. Those look like trees. Those look very far. I think we're doing well here. And this is thoughtless, which I desperately need because I'm thinking enough about talking. Yeah, let's just climb the Swiss cheese. What could go wrong? Oh, one topic I do want to mention here. I call this climber Rachel because the tutorial area is called Rachel's Gym, and there is a narrator, but like our climber, I have her muted, but she like only does heavy breathing, and somebody else says good job. So like the only name that this lady probably doesn't have is actually Rachel. It's almost assuredly your narrator friend who's called Rachel. I mean, obviously, two people can have the same name, but in a video game, that only happens if your name's Sid and you happen to be in Final Fantasy. Um, okay, this got harder, by the way. I should make sure going a way that I'm comfortable. Let's get the feet right and go from here. But I'm gonna be hard pressed to not call this climber ritual, and I don't think I'm gonna change if they like add a guy model Um, like I just think of like Smash. I'm like, no. No, actually that is false. The Wii Fit model, I'll run the man because I think the woman's creepier. I think they're both creepy, but I think the woman's creepier. Um, but for like all the other ones, like Robin and stuff, I just play the woman. And I think it was a good choice to start with the model for so-called Rachel. Make the game feel slightly more approachable. Not because she's a woman, but like I don't think men particularly care which gender they play. And I think, please, thank you. Uh, but I do think women are generally appreciative when a neutral choice, like they could have chosen either, and they went with, yeah, let's just make it a woman. I think that's generally appreciated. So what I want to do here is swing my left hand around, but I want to have the good grip with my right hand before I do so. And the game's just like refusing to give it to me. Maybe because yeah, that's why. Because my hand was under my knee potentially. No, I just found a magical grip and just can't replicate it. We'll just go down a bit, and there we go. Okay. Okay, I think we can get on top of this rock, and it looks relatively flat up there. And we can figure out what the next step is after that. This feels like a route, by the way. Like I think I've stumbled onto, by going sideways enough, something that the game also prescribes. So maybe we're just gonna do 3 routes, and then I'm gonna spend a bunch of time dawdling around trying to figure out how to connect them, because I didn't do any research. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be the hardest bit in the last few minutes. So let's just get our feet safe. Thank you. And stretch up. Now we're gonna go around, I think. Can you not take your foot off the rock, please? I don't love this, but I kind of just want to be in the bushes. Get your weight up, thank you. Up arrows are good. We like up arrows. Just get more of them. It's always good when Rachel's like confident to take her weight off because you are pulling up and she thinks that she can handle it with her arms. There's like this red spot here and it's like slightly concerning to me. I don't know why it's here. Okay. Here we go. Good holds. Are we at the top? Oh, we're at the top. Let's go. I haven't been looking up enough. Let's just finish this up then, I guess. I'm gonna do it like it's baby's first bouldering problem. We're just gonna saunter our way over here. With the way that Rachel runs, if I could dismount, I could probably run up this grass. It doesn't look very steep. But I think we might have a 2-part series. Because unless I find a way to absolutely throw, this looks like we should be at the top. Yeah, this is absolutely the top. Let's go. I do want to go over there though. Can I just go on top of this thing? Game really doesn't want me to go on top of this thing. Yeah, like I'm getting clipping and stuff. We're just gonna continue going over here until it gets comfortable. So, what lessons did we learn? I think lesson number 1 is don't look down. But lesson number 2, I think, is even more important. A large part of my success here is I didn't look up. I didn't know, like, I was almost there, and it didn't change my climbing and the way I was approaching this, just because I was near the top. And I think that helped. I just did the thing, and now we're here. Okay, I'm gonna trust that you will not fall off. Thank you, and we're just, yeah, gorgeous game. With that, I'm gonna run around a bit, but absolutely beautiful. I think we've done it. And other than jumping down there, which does sound fun, I'm not sure what the next step is. Maybe go back to doing more high scores, see if people enjoy that. I am curious how much I can descent in this game. I mean, like even approaching to like start a descent is a bit intimidating, but I've never really put in the effort to climb down because the game doesn't incentivize it at all. But like, do people want me to just go down this mountain? See if that's. It'll be harder for me because it'll be novel, but uh, whee! Nope, sending is easy.